For our first event, calling from the blue corner, he represents Renzo Gracie, Philadelphia, Kaheem Murray.
Kaheem Murray is making his way to cage side. First off, we would like to thank our 89-year-old World War II veteran coming out there, and a wonderful rendition by Mia Logan of our national anthem. Thank you once again. First fight of the night, Rich. It's going to be a good one. Kaheem Murray looking for his first victory inside the cage, going up a very, very tough customer in John Leancu.
Correct. Think of French.
French. I know you had a chance a little earlier, Rich, to speak with these guys. What are your thoughts?
We got Kareem the Dream Murray. He specializes in Muay Thai. He's a Muay Thai fighter. He's 26 years of age. He trains at Renzo Gracie, Philly. And he's going against John Leancu. He's from Uniontown Fight Club. He's age 32. And today is his birthday. It's a very special day to him. He has 2 years of experience.
Well, we want to wish you a very, very happy birthday. What a way to celebrate your birthday.
With a strong victory, it's going to go. He's going to dedicate this fight to his dad, who just recently passed away last week. I can only imagine what he's going through. His dad loved the sport of MMA and wants him to continue doing it and try to make a career out of it, and he intends on doing that.
John has such a tremendous story. I did hear a little bit of this, and I was amazed, like the emotions that must be going through his mind and what he's been through, Rich, in a short amount of time. It's phenomenal. But this shows not just a fight. This is bigger than a fight. This is the gladiator spirit. This is a story of perseverance and not letting things of tragedy bring you down.
I agree.
What's going on, buddy? Let me see your leg for a second. Put your foot up here.
John Leancu making his way to the cage. We're anxious to see this fight. Should be a great fight to start off Gladiators of the Cage 19. We got a lot of young blood that's been wanting to fight out here at Gladiators of the Cage and making their way from all different areas. Philadelphia, New York, Indianapolis, Ohio, Canada. We've seen pretty much everywhere. California, we have fighters on the card tonight. So really nationally known as Gladiators of the Cage now. It's just really an honor to be part of such an upcoming organization who really handles everything with such dignity.
I agree. And here we have John Leancu making his way down with Uniontown Fight Club. I have trained with Uniontown Fight Club. I've been around the game a long time, and they always produce warriors. They have great training partners. They have a special training partner, and that's Nick Nyquil Brown, and he's one of the greatest fighters around.
Yeah, you know he's definitely on the UFC radar. Another tough kid. When you train, we always say this, Rich. You and I have trained together. We've trained fighters together. We've cornered guys together. We pretty much did it all. Maybe when I was a little younger, and you might be getting back into it, but that's a whole different story. Steel sharpens steel. And there is a tough bunch of customers. Not only are they good with their skills, they're battle proven. They know how to fight. They've been there, and they fight everywhere. Uniontown Fight Club usually produces 3 or 4 fighters on every card.
Every card. And Bill Bosley, he is very well known to everybody, to every producer, to everybody. He's just an incredible coach. He's a wonderful, wonderful human being.
Yeah, and you definitely can see Bill's the one standing to the right with the tattoos down his left arm. And Bill has done a phenomenal job. He's really somebody who loves this sport. You know why Bill does it? Very simply, he put it best earlier when we ran into Bill. One simple phrase: it's because I love it.
Because he loves it, and I can't wait to see what he produces today. He has 3 upcoming bouts tonight.
This is our opening contest of the evening, and it is in the Gladiators of the Cage amateur welterweight division, calling for 3 2-minute rounds. First, introducing out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 170 pounds. His specialty is a Muay Thai fighter. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, 26 years of age. His record: 1 win, 2 losses. He fights for Renzo Gracie, Philadelphia. From Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, Kaheem the Dream Murray. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 169 pounds. His specialty is Kung Sudo. He stands 6 feet 2 inches tall, 32 years of age, with an undefeated amateur amateur record of 2 wins, no losses, from the Uniontown Fight Club, hailing from Greensburg, Pennsylvania, John Leancu. Your referee, Chip Snyder.
Okay, sir, you ready? Sir, you ready? Come on, let's bang.
We're underway for the first fight of the evening. This first fight is brought to you by Flaherty Fardo Attorneys at Law. No one will work harder to help you. Rich, how do you anticipate this fight going?
I anticipate John using his reach a lot. He seems to be really, really comfortable with his stand-up. He told me earlier he has 5 years of karate and fitness and also a black belt in Tang Soo Do, so I expect him to see kicks. I expect it.
Good job of catching the leg of Kaheem and getting the takedown, but Kaheem doing a good job. Now this looks very dangerous. He's got a tight guillotine choke. He's got to anchor this back and make sure. Now if you look, John is doing a great job getting his right hand in to create separation to take the tension off that choke. Good separation by Kaheem. I'm sorry. He knew that he didn't have something and it was time to separate.
Yeah, it's just a waste of energy to hold on to something if you know it's not going to happen.
Right, and that shows some experience there. Oh, good, nice leg kick. Kind of caught John off balance.
Trying to feel each other out still, get a little reach.
Once again, he snags that leg. Now, he's in danger there of a straight leg lock. You can do straight leg locks in the amateur rules, but you can't do a twisting leg lock, and it doesn't seem like John wants to go for it, but it's right there for him.
Not only can you
Kaheem is looking, but he cannot twist this leg here. He cannot do this twisting leg. It is illegal, and you hear Chip
Snyder
all over it. Great job by Chip, but once again, no danger for John.
Those of you new to the game, you're wondering why he's not striking to the head. It is also amateur rules. Not only can you have cannot have twisting leg locks, you cannot strike to the face while on the ground.
Yeah, exactly. And Dan Bogan, our ring announcer, did a really great job of letting people know that this athletic commission in Pennsylvania is one of the best. Oh, they're letting their hands go a little bit now. John seems very, very relaxed. Kaheem's kind of starting to push the pace. This is the third kick in a row that John Leancu has caught. Kaheem's still going to the well, maybe one too many times.
Well, right now I have this fight going towards John Leancu strictly just for the catching the legs and taking them down. There's no way else you can score it.
You know what? Kaheem was probably getting the better on the stand-up and going for more, but when you look at what's happening here, 3 times his leg kicks got caught and got taken down. So really, that scores big in the judge's eyes. A takedown means a lot. And, you know, Kaheem was looking for a heel hook, which you're not able to do in the amateur ranks. It shows that he does train at a high level. A lot of guys won't train in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu at a low level and work leg locks. So it shows that he is training beyond maybe having one fight in his career so far.
I agree. In Kareem's corner, I would suggest him not throwing those leg kicks anymore. And if he's going to throw those leg kicks, he's got to throw them with intent.
Yeah, exactly. Bill Bosley always has a good game plan. I wish I could hear a little better what he was saying to John Leancu, but once again, in between, and I know we're getting back to the action here. You talked earlier, and tell us again about the story of what he has lost.
John Leancu, in the last 6 months, has lost his job. He has lost his baby. And he has lost his father all within 6 months. And just the heart and the determination for this fight is unbelievable. And I'm honestly getting goosebumps just talking about it, Chuck.
It's amazing. To mentally prepare yourself for something like this, kudos to him. And
nice, strong overhand right.
That was a good shot. It seems like he's loosening up. It looks like John's loosening up a little bit more. Kaheem with good head movement. He lands that overhand right. John is letting his left hand very dangerously low.
1-2-1 overhand.
There's still nice push.
Still feeling it out. I've just seen a lot of straight, long overhand rights. It might catch it might catch somebody.
Yeah, it's kind of being wildly thrown. But remember, in these amateur rules, with the shin guards, you only have 3 2-minute rounds. So there's not much of a feeling out process in this fight. So a lot of times you got to go after it right at the beginning. Kaheem's having good head movement. Another good shot. He's landing the crisper strikes than John Leancu is, Rich.
I'm going back to the shin guards and the amateur rules in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania MMA is still young. There's still some changes, and I actually agree because they want these gentlemen to have careers. If there's ground and pound and people are getting hurt their first fight, they're not going to want to do it anymore. And you can seriously get injured.
Big shot there, Rich. Sorry to interrupt. Big shot. It caught John Leancu flush. It was that left hand that he left down, and that overhand right is begging. He just keeps dropping his hands and moving forward.
He's going to keep that stiff jab out there. He's going to keep his distance. He's lunging forward, like you said, with his hands down, and he's getting caught every time. We got some blood out of John Leancu.
Now, it looks like for the first time, one of the other guys are actually pressing the action to go for a wrestling takedown, not just catching the leg, but actually pushing in. We'll see what happens, how John's cage control is. But Kaheem's doing a very good job, turning his hips, separating. But John's also doing a good job of holding wrist control, so he's not eating any punches from the right hand of Kaheem.
He's not only having wrist control, he is shoving his head so far in his chin to where he can't turn.
Exactly
it's taking his hips away.
Very good point, Rich. Very good point. 10 seconds left. Looks like it's going to end here in the second round, tied up.
Throwing some knees.
Good second round. Seems like they both started getting more adjusted, letting their hands fly a little bit better. It's tough to call. I don't know. Once again, and I always say it every time, I'm glad I'm not a judge, but it seemed Kaheem was doing more damage in that round. But on the other side, his aggressiveness got him taken down 3 times by leg kicks that were caught 3 different times. So I would say, if I'm looking at this, if I'm the corner guy, and I'm Bill Bosley right now, I'm saying this round is a must-win, and I'm telling the same thing if I'm Kaheem's corner, this round's a must-win. What's your thoughts, Rich?
I completely agree. Right now I have it 1-1, and as you can see, John Leancu has a nasty cut under his left eye.
And a little one above it, too.
Oh, I can't even see that one.
Yeah, it's right
Chuck,
around the edge of the eyebrow, yeah. Yeah, the one below, they hurt, they're bad, but it won't stop a fight. But that cut above, he has to go through 2 more minutes if the fight goes the distance. Kaheem seems a little bit winded. He's really seeming gassed, but we'll see what happens here in the third.
I'm just hoping in Bill Bosley's corner, he's going to tell him to press the action. And since Kareem's
let's go, get out of here.
He's going to take advantage of this. He's got to take this round. It's a must.
Yeah, this is going to be the round I think that's going to make or break the fight for either fighter.
Ready? Come on, let's finish it.
Come out slow, feeling each other out.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Like I said, John has to use his reach. He has a good 4 inches on his opponent today.
Yeah. Both fighters throwing kind of wildly at range. They're not really getting in to step into their punch.
As you've seen, John landed a nice overhand right. Here they go. They're pressing the action. They are brawling.
Oh, now wait, look. John's got a choke here. Once again, though, I think Kaheem is getting his arm in to stabilize it. But, boy, John...
Oh, he's going to use his height advantage. He might lift up on him.
Leancu's really going for this here. If he can get this to the takedown, he may have something here.
And with Kareem so tired, he's just more susceptible of a guillotine choke right now.
Yeah. Kaheem's doing a good job at defending it. He's doing a very good job at defending it. The fight's kind of slowing down.
Time.
That may have been a low shot there.
Go over that side. Stand right here. Stay right here.
It looked very inadvertent, but it looked like that shot may have hit below the belt.
Okay.
This is going to be interesting.
Incidental knee.
Incidental knee. I hope
Incidental knee, Drew.
Well, I don't even have to say this because Chip's a professional. He knows exactly what he's doing, but I don't think he's going to take a point on the first inadvertent knee because 1 point right now could change this whole fight.
Absolutely, and I can't see him taking it away. He loves this sport too much just to be doing that. I completely agree with you. And now this gives Kareem a time to rest a little bit now.
Yeah, exactly. And when you're so tall, like John is, when you throw that knee, it kind of lands sometimes where you don't want it. Not that you're trying your opponent, but remember, you're hitting a moving target. You're throwing a knee. By the time that knee lands, the target could have moved. So it's something that inadvertently happens. But it seems like Kaheem is doing fine, and they're ready to fight again. We just have over a minute left in this third round to decide who's going to be the winner.
And here they go. They are going out swinging. Kareem got his rest. He is coming out brawling. John better be on his toes.
Yeah, it's a good matchup now. I think they both realize there's a desperation that has to come into this third round, that it could go either way. Both guys come out swinging, though. You got to give them credit.
Agreed.
Watch the back of the head, Blue.
You could tell this fight's starting to take a little toll on him.
Yeah, it really is.
And I understand 3 2-minute rounds is not long, but it is very, very nerve-wracking coming from experience.
Right, yeah, no doubt. And after what Leancu was through, you know how bad he wants this fight. And you know Kaheem, he never won here in Gladiators of the Cage. He's 0-1 in his career. This is so important to both of these guys. And I will say this to the fight fans. Give these guys credit, man. They're doing everything they can to come through victorious tonight. And both guys, to me, just are winners for being out here, putting on a show.
I agree, and this is a really, really big crowd today, and I'm hoping they show these fighters all the support they deserve.
Yeah, I think, we've kind of become a staple. Those sound bells here, and we're going to go, and there's going to be a few minutes back here to the judges. I don't know, we may have a couple replays lined up.
That was that was a great fight.
It was, you know, and going back to what we was talking about, Gladiators of the Cage has really kind of made a home out here, putting on some really great performances. It's a packed out house tonight, and we got a lot of crowd support, all age groups. The interesting thing tonight, we have people that, you know, teenagers, yes, you can take your fans, you know, to the event, and to people who are 90 years old. And it's really cool to see the different people that are really now looking at the sport, Rich, and kind of giving it recognition that it deserves. And Pennsylvania is so good at putting together the Amis and the pros and making it so safe that rarely do we see an injury of severity, you know. But these guys are just so tough. A nice fight to start off the night. Two guys really wanting it, going at it, looking to improve their records. And I think what we're going to see a lot about tonight, these amateurs, they realize how important it is to not even just necessarily win. Gladiators of the Cage rewards you for putting the effort, and that's what's something that's very important.
I completely agree. If I were to ask you, what would you say about this fight?
You know what? It could go either way. It was a show of heart on both sides. Both guys went for it. You know, they didn't take a long time trying to feel each other out. They just kind of felt it out in the process. There was some mistakes made for trying to press the action, but you got to give them credit because they pressed the action. It wasn't a boring fight, kept my entertainment. And I don't know which way it's going to go. As a fight fan, I'm curious, Rich. I want to see how it goes. So I'm going to sit back and listen to the judges here and see what they come up with, because I'm glad I don't have to score.
Let's just hope that John has a nice happy birthday present and he gets a victory today.
That's exactly right. It would be good for either of these guys, but you somehow just have to pull for John. With everything he's been through, any little bit of inspiration would be a great thing. Back to our ring announcer, Dan Bogan, for the decision. Well, you know what, Rich? They're taking a little extra time. This may be a little closer
we might as
than
well
thought.
comment on John's face right now, because he has a couple cuts on it.
Here's Dan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a split decision. Our first judge scores it 30-27 for Leancu. Our second judge scores it 29-28 for Murray. And the third judge scores it 29-28 for your winner by split decision, fighting out of the blue corner, Kaheem. Mr. Rory, all the way from Philadelphia, how do you feel?
I feel great, man. I like to thank Matt and Zach for coming out cornerly. I like to thank everybody at Minnesota Racing Philly, Sedeco, all my training partners. I like to thank my got a new job. I like to thank everybody my new job.
They do. These guys come this way.
I have a question for you. Is he not as good as you expected? Every bit as tough or tougher?
Do me a favor.
I'm not gonna lie, like I was
Call
scared.
timeout.
He
can't coach
before coming into this fight, he's a police man. But
Even though you think I just try to remember that.
Congratulations, Caesar. Ladies and gentlemen, Kaheem the Green Murray. Back to you, Charlie Rich.
You can't touch that heel hook.
We're back. You may be noticing right now that I am by myself. That's because my broadcast partner is actually good friends and training partner and mentor to the next fellow fighting, Jonathan Kaufman, who's going to be making his way down here shortly. The next fight's between Justin Patton and Jonathan Kaufman. We're going to get to that ring very soon. But first, we'd like to thank Red Ribbon Soda. We appreciate all their support. Red Ribbon Soda works by Neutrono Bottling Company, a flavor for every taste. We thank them for their support here and the second fight of the night.